Hey guys, welcome to my latest video. Now today I'm going to be talking about the latest film in the Jurassic Park / Jurassic World franchise, and that is Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Now it's not on Blu-ray just yet, especially not over here in the UK, so obviously just to warn you, there will be spoilers.
You have been warned.
Now as you know, this channel is the Happy Film Guy, so I'm going to try and keep it as positive as possible. I will tell you about what I disliked, but at the same time I'm only going to really look at the positives, so here we go. Now I am a big fan of the Jurassic Park / Jurassic World franchise. I love the first one. I really enjoyed The Lost World more than I thought I would. Number 3 isn't amazing. Definitely not a terrible film though. I can see where they were going with it. I know they had a lot of issues making it. Jurassic World absolutely thrilled me from beginning to end. I will be doing reviews on all of those films, but for now I'm just going to talk about the 5th one, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Now what I'm going to do is start with the bits that I didn't enjoy that much, but I'll go on to explain why they put him in there, why I think they put him in there. Now let's start with Jeff Goldblum. Now obviously I love him, just said I love him, so hear me out. Now I love the fact he's in the film, but what I don't like the fact is he's in it for like 5 minutes, probably even less than 5 minutes. He's there at the beginning, saying stuff about how we shouldn't save the animals, and then at the end he's like, well, I told you that you shouldn't save the animals. I meant dinosaurs. And I just think they could have done so much more of his character. I wish that he was in it throughout. I wish that he had a bigger role in it, because he was fantastic in the first one and the second one. And I feel like that his role could have been expanded even more. It could have shown more about his life and more about what he's doing now, and more of his quips and more of his awkwardness. And I just think he would have been a big part of the movie. And I think it's a shame that he wasn't. But then again, I get why as well. I get why he wasn't in it as long, because I suppose it's trying to move on from the other ones. It's Jurassic World, it's more about Owen and Claire, but to me I just still feel like his presence was missed a lot. And when he was in the film, he was brilliant, but like I said, he was more like a glorified cameo than anything else. And I would have just loved him to be more in the film. I think that Alan Grant and Ellie are sorely missed as well. I'm sure it's Ellie. Is it Ellie? Is it Ellie? Comment below if it's not. Watching them come back together, Alan, him, Malcolm, Ellie, get back together and team up with Owen and Claire. I just think that would have been such a good storyline. And maybe he may come back in the 3rd one, because there will be a 3rd one. But again, I just feel like we needed more character in it. Now I love Chris Pratt, I love Bryce Dallas Howard. They are brilliant actors. But really, when I look back on it, I don't think Chris Pratt gave the character a lot of emotion. Their relationship is weird. Like, they got together in the first one, and then they split up, and then they think about getting back together for the second one. But there's no, like, real romantic chemistry between them two throughout this Fallen Kingdom. There's not a lot of moments or anything. They just sort of get to the end, they team up, and then they kiss. And I just felt like there could have been more depth in there and more emotion. And talking about emotion, there's this guy in it, I think it's called Frankie Franklin. He is very annoying. He's very annoying. And I'll get back to why I think he's in the film, and why I think it's, and why I can see why he's in a good film in a positive way. But he does a lot of screaming. He screams a lot. He screams and screams and screams, and he's meant to be the comedy factor of it. But for me personally, it annoyed me a little bit. The ending annoyed me as well, when they're in the mansion and they're all betting for these dinosaurs, and the bets are really small. They're like, the highest one, I don't know, was 6 million or something. I just think if it's a dinosaur, you would spend a lot more money than that. And also, that mansion must be huge if they're going to fit a T-Rex underground in that mansion. A T-Rex. And the other dinosaur, Indoraptor, they're going to fit all these dinosaurs in this mansion, and then they're going to sell it. And what, they're going to just put T-Rex in the back of their truck? Come on. And then there's a girl that lets them escape, because the girl finds out that she is a clone, and I'll get to that in a minute. I haven't got a massive problem with that, but she finds out she's actually a clone and she wasn't born, and she frees all the dinosaurs because she doesn't want to see him dying, because she feels like that they're real beings just like her, and I just think, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're going to kill millions and millions and billions of people because they're like you. Just think, come on. Now we're going to go and talk about the positives, because like I said, I'm a happy film guy. You know, I'm not going to concentrate too much on the negative now. I want to talk about the happy bits and the bits that I did enjoy. I like the story about the volcano erupting. You know, in my brain I can't remember a volcano being on the island, but I like the fact that it is erupting. I like the fact there is a debate about saving these dinosaurs. You know, I wish the debate was more, and I wish the debate was a bit stronger throughout the film, but that, you know, it doesn't really matter too much. And I like the fact that they're on this island and they're trying to save these dinosaurs. And then there's a few twists in there as well when it comes to Blue, the raptor that Owen Grady rose as a little dinosaur, and I think that relationship is pretty good throughout the film. I do like Jeff Goldblum being in it, even if it is a cameo. I still love the fact that he's still included in it. It's sort of, for me, it ties the films neatly together. I like that when, you know, a character appears in a film or when there's storylines and they just tie them neatly together. So I could, you know, watch all 5 when it comes out on Blu-ray. I could watch all 5 tomorrow and just feel quite satisfied by it. Bring back Alan Grant, please, and Ellie. Is it Ellie? Special effects are awesome, as always. You know, you've got all the dinosaurs looking very, very realistic. There's a bit that I love. Is it the Brachiosaurus? The Brachiosaurus, which, you know, in the first one when they're all looking at awe, and even in Jurassic World, and you know, they're just staring at this beautiful dinosaur, and then sadly the dinosaur dies, and it sort of does this like little leap, and I'm sure that's the leap it did in the first Jurassic Park when it was getting a leaf off the tree, but it did a leap just before it died, and I thought that was a lovely touch, and it was quite emotional really, and I felt quite sad about it, to be honest, and you know, I thought that was good. But also I love Lockwood. I love the idea of Lockwood because I love the fact that he was friends with Hammond, and I actually felt like they could have been friends, and I like the fact that they explored more about the relationship and how they actually came up together to get that they came up with the idea about the dinosaurs, and that things didn't work out between them, but he still, you know, admires Hammond, and I thought that was a brilliant storyline. I thought that was really, really powerful, and you know, and the fact that he has his granddaughter and she's a, you know, brilliant actress. Unlike the twist as well of her being a clone, you know, I thought it was quite interesting. Some people said it was really unrealistic, but to be honest, I think we're watching a film where there's dinosaurs around after millions of years because of DNA coming from the blood inside a mosquito that's been frozen for like a million years. It's unrealistic. The whole film's unrealistic. The whole concept is unrealistic. So having a human clone in there, I don't think is that far-fetched, and I think it's probably the most likely thing to happen rather than dinosaurs being made. And, you know, humans are being made in different ways at the moment anyway, and I think it was quite important to the storyline, and you know, it showed how technology had developed, and it showed Lockwood and Hammond's relationship and why they fell out, etc. So I think it created a lot of depth, and also it helped ultimately, although I disagree with her decision, that is why she ended up freeing all the dinosaurs in the end instead of letting them die. So I do understand, and I don't think it's too far-fetched, and I think, you know, if we start saying that, then why are you watching Jurassic Park in the first place, I think, you know? I also like Lockwood's Mansion a lot, you know, it always reminded me of when John Hammond was showing them around the facility in Jurassic Park in the first one. It sort of reminded me of that, and it showed, you know, I like that you had the painting of Hammond. I thought that was so clever. I love that because it was like his own little cameo, and like, again, it ties it into all the other movies. It goes around, it's full of like dinosaur bones and dinosaur relics, etc. And I don't know, it felt really Jurassic Parky to me. It felt like it was very embedded in the Jurassic Park universe, and I love also in the end when you have the Indoraptor, he's going around and he's trying to chase Owen and Claire, and I think it was very, very good, and I think, you know, it gives a very creepy feel. When you go back to the first one again, you've got the 2 grandkids of Hammond, and they're in the kitchen, and you know, they're running around this facility, and you know, they've got the raptors and dinosaurs coming out of nowhere, and they're hiding in the cupboards, etc. And I just think it added to the fear factor, I think, and there was a lot of places to hide, and I like the fight when Blue came along and saved Owen's life, and had the fight with the Indoraptor as well. I like that Blue's always seemed to be rescuing Owen. I think that was a very nice touch. You know, and also if we go back to like the visual effects were good, the music was good throughout. I think it was a good film. I do think it was good. I just don't think it was the best film. But I think if you want to just sit back and watch an action film and again not have to think too much about the storyline, then you will love this. And I think, you know, people can like Jurassic Park for all different kind of reasons. People can like it for the action and the dinosaurs, and people can like it for the story. Now, if you like it for the action and you like it for dinosaurs, then go and watch this film. If you want just something simple, if you want to just sit down and just watch an action-packed thrill ride, then go and watch it. That's fine. You know, I think people should give it a go. Obviously, there is going to be another one. I'm not too sure on what it's going to be like, in all honesty. But you know, the cast is good in this. I hope that more cast members return in the next one. I think it will probably make the next one really, really, really good. But I don't think we should trash Fallen Kingdom. I don't think it was trash at all. Although I've given some negative points about it, at the same time, there are a lot positive. Jeff Goldblum, yeah, he was in the movie for a few minutes, but at the end of the day, if he was in the movie throughout, you know, it wouldn't have been Jurassic World. It would have just been Jurassic Park 2 or Jurassic Park 1 again. I do get that, but at the same time, a big part of me still wants them to come back. And because to me, Jeff Goldblum and Alan and all that lot, they are to me Jurassic Park. But it is a good film. It's a good watch. It's just not an amazing film. It's just not something that was the best film of my 2018. Definitely not. But I will watch it again. I'll still buy it. I'll still put it in my collection because there are those things that tie it in together. And for that reason, you know, for me, it's still part of the universe. You know, it doesn't feel like an outsider. So that is one massive positive about the film. What do you guys think? I mean, give me a comment below or give me a tweet. I just want to find out what you guys thought on it. Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Or do you guys agree with me with saying, you know, it's not brilliant, but it's definitely not a bad film? You know, it'd be great to hear your thoughts. You know, just comment below. You may have noticed that some of the background may have changed a little bit, or the sizing has changed, but basically I'm filming it on my phone. I haven't got a camera yet, I haven't got a tripod yet, I haven't got lots of memory cards yet or anything like that, so I've had to move my phone a couple of times. Do apologise if it's a bit awkward. You know, but I don't want to let that stop me doing from what I want to do. I want to review films, I want to do positive stuff, and I want to talk about what I love. So, you know, if it has to be on a phone, the quality's not going to be brilliant, then so be it. I just want to do what I enjoy. So feel free to subscribe to me up here, and feel free to watch some of my other videos, and you can also follow me on Twitter. I've got a blog as well that's in my section and description section below. You know, thanks guys, thanks for watching. It's been great talking to you about Jurassic Park Fallen Kingdom. Go and give it a watch, get it on Blu-ray when it's out, and just let me know what you think below. Cheers guys, thank you, bye.